We're finally live again. And you'll be happy to know that this time I actually have my phone on the daggum tripod ready to go. Because I'm always like running behind, like, oh my gosh, I have tech issues. You guys, please forgive me. So I'm eating my semi-dinner is what I call it. I'm eating a thing of french fries. We got some food from A-Town Wings. So I'm going to eat my french fries now and tear up my wings later. But I said, you know what? I'm getting on YouTube because I told myself I'm going to come and be live every week. We're going to connect every week, check in, make sure y'all are doing good. Everything is popping. Y'all are having a great week. Just, you know, chat it up, see what's going on, what's popping with you. So that's why we're here, y'all. So I'm giving YouTube a little bit of time to kind of let everybody know that we're live. Because, like, it's so weird. I'll start off at, like, absolute zero, no one being notified, nothing. And then out of nowhere, it'd be like a whole bunch of people come in. I'm like, okay. So, what are we doing? I don't know. But I said Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the time going live. Even if I'm, like, in this session by my daggum self, it's going to be what it is because I'm like, I'm going to stay committed to what I promised. And unless there's something, like, serious going on, I'm like, why not? Why couldn't I be here? Oh. Might notice that things are a little different. I'm not in front of my computer anymore. I'm now on, like, the opposite side. So in my long form videos, this will look a little bit more familiar to you because this is actually my little back area right there. I always think it says hello gorgeous. It says hello beautiful. So hello beautiful is up. And so I'm like, I want to go ahead and record from this angle because I can get some good lighting. And plus I just feel like it's a lot more cozy. Why not? So I was like, we got to change it up. I always try to have something different, like every live, just to change things up so we can have something interesting going on. So not so dull. But these fries are really good. It's like 7:33. I haven't eaten like a meal since breakfast. So I'm like, I'm trying to like squeeze in any calories I can. But I don't know how to get rid of this thing. I don't think I can get rid of it. But anyway. So yeah. So that's what's going on right now. The kids are finally, well, they're not asleep, but they're in bed. So, you know how that goes. So mama is like, okay, let me carve a little bit of time out in my night. Let me do what I like to do. And get some, get a live going and start just engaging and connecting with you guys and seeing what's popping. Midweek, y'all, it's Wednesday. We're getting there. We're getting there slowly but surely. So I've been feeling like all day, I've been feeling like it's Thursday. Like I've literally almost caught myself a few times saying happy Thursday. So on Thursday, I'm going to be real disappointed. Because it's like the second week in a row I've been fast forwarding my week by like a day. Like that's crazy. So, hello. So yeah, it's been a mess. Hola, hola, welcome to the live session, live chats. Are you saying that your name is Brian, or are you saying hello to someone named Brian? I can't keep up. But anyway, I was just talking about, like, it's Wednesday and we're trying to kind of get through the week, you know. And this week has been very productive so far. I don't know how you guys feel about that. If, things have been productive on your end. If you guys have been having a good week, a blessed week. It is, I don't know. I speak English, so I can't make it out. Typically, I'm so used to grabbing my phone, I'll be like, hang on one second, let me go see what ChatGPT has to say. But I can't because I'm on my phone. So, oh well. But yeah, so I hope you guys are having a really great week. I hope you guys are like just coasting along. Everything is cool, copacetic with y'all. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing awesome. The funny thing is, I was like, I'm having a decent week, a very decent week, but I feel like today was sort of like the turning point. And let me know if you guys like follow me. But I feel like this was like a turning point in the week because up until today, like I feel like, oh, I'm just surviving. I'm just trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? And then today it kind of like, I don't know, flipped, but in a good way. It flipped. And all of a sudden I found myself kind of like starting from like last night, for example, I was like working on some new content that I'm going to have up, and I'm going to talk about that too. But I was working on that. Like, I was like, my eyes were just like crossing. I was just like, oh my gosh, like finish her. Like I was almost down for the count. And so, but today I just I felt like I kind of, once my day got going, I was like, oh, let me see what this is talking about. So it's like one project after another project after another project I saw myself making really good progress on. And I saw like kind of just me moving from one thing to the next with not only like a productive spirit, but also like a more like encouraged spirit too. Like encouraging myself, like, if you did good on this, you'll do great on this. So why don't you try getting into another project? So in case you guys don't know, for work, I do like web design and development. And, we have clients that come to us and they want certain things. And sometimes the development takes a long time. So it's just sometimes getting to that point of like being able to solve a problem and figure out certain pieces of code and why is this breaking and this isn't working. It gets very complicated very quickly. So today I just sort of went in with like, okay, I don't care how long this is going to take me. I'm going to figure this out. And it's going to be figured out today before I leave the office. And so I was able to move with that thinking. I was able to kind of move like at a great pace. I was able to encourage myself throughout the day, and it just sort of spilled over into other projects, and it spilled over into other things, even like on the personal side. So I was able to just really encourage myself. So I said all that to say that even if you are having like a tough week, that like the power of like your mind, it's something that can really just sort of change the game for you a little bit throughout your day, throughout your week. And so I feel like it just empowers you to like, be a better version of yourself, be a better person, be a better professional, be a better human. So that was definitely helpful for me. I don't really know why I felt the need to share that, but I feel like maybe somebody needs to hear that it can be difficult, especially when it comes to things like work or whatever. And so I had like a little bit of a boost because last night I was doing some content work. So I was editing a video that's going to be coming out later this week. So if you guys stay tuned to the channel, if you guys are subscribed, and make sure you turn your notifications on, you should be notified. But if you're not, I'll notify you about a video that I have coming out on Friday. So this video will be on Friday. And I'm not going to tell you what the video is, but as long as you're part of the live, I can kind of clue you in a little bit and just let you know that if you're the type of person who struggles with being so kind that sometimes people take your kindness for weakness, then you will definitely want to stay tuned, because this is that kind of content that kind of gets you up and going and sort of fired up to create those boundaries, to set those standards for yourself, to train people how to treat you, how you can get tips and, I don't want to say tricks, but tips on how to better navigate your space, even if you're dealing with people who are like super difficult. We'll get into topics too that talk about dealing with like toxic people and, relationships and things like that. And like, if you want story times and stuff like that, we can listen. Nothing is really off the table here. Okay, we can do that too, because I'm all about those candid conversations, and I feel like you can't really have a candid conversation if you don't have some sort of story time to illustrate your point. So I'm down to do those too. But yeah, the conversations that are coming up is like pretty much the next iteration of the content of this channel. And so I think that it's going to, you guys are really going to connect with it, and you guys are really going to enjoy, and really just stay tuned, because there's a lot of little subtopics within the topic of like self-improvement, and a lot of the conversations that I'm having with friends, family, coworkers, etc., all kind of revolve around like self-improvement, and some of the difficult things that we face being like either young adults or just middle-aged adults or seasoned vets in the game. We all go through stuff. Like, that's just life. That's just what happens, right? So I encourage you guys to make sure that you stay tuned for these. I did kind of take a bit of a hiatus from the long form because I was so focused on getting ready for the next iteration of videos, as well as doing lives. And I will be jumping into the shorts game again, because I fell off my game with doing shorts. So we're going to be going back to doing shorts, and I'm going to have shorts also released this week as well, to start getting people back into getting excited about self-improvement and just how they can really transform themselves from the inside out. Because I think that's so important. Like, it doesn't even matter. And like, no matter what stage of your life you're in, it's just so important. Okay, Alexander, am I saying it right? Alexander Rocky, hello, welcome. Welcome to our weekly live session, I should say. This is, we do this weekly now. So this is live session number 4. So we've been rocking it pretty consistently for the past, I can't talk today, for the past month. So just trying to get it together, trying to keep it consistent. Thank you first of all, thank you for asking. How are you? I am doing great. I was just saying, like, I had a pretty productive day, and I'm trying to give some words of encouragement to people who might be dealing with a difficult week, and, just kind of some words of wisdom if they need it. But yeah, everything's good over here. How are you doing? I hope you're having a great week so far, and enjoying yourself here on YouTube, on the wonderful, wonderful world of YouTube. I feel like I've just been all on YouTube, like all week, and I've been trying to connect with everybody, and just trying to stay up, And I was just saying that we have some. I have more content coming out this week on Friday. So I'm going to have another long form, and it's just addressing a lot of the stuff that I talk about on my channel, which deals with like personal development, more so like self-improvement, even though the two of those kind of work hand in hand, but just more so about like transformation and that kind of stuff. I saw your YouTube video. It's really amazing. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, okay, great. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. Which video did you see? I'm just curious. I don't have many, but I have a little bit in my catalog. So which one did you see? And did anything like really resonate with you? Is there anything you feel like you could just take away from it and use it like in your own personal life? I like to really get into like the heads of the people who are watching my videos, because it gives me better insight in how I can move forward. The last uploaded video. My brain is gone. Listen, memory is really the first to go when you get older. So, okay, I know which one you're talking about. I just can't think of the name of it. Such a bad creator. But thank you for the support. I'm glad that you enjoyed the video. Is there anything within the video that you feel like you can just take away from it, or anything that like stuck out to you that you find like relevant to you in your life? I'd be really interested in knowing that, because it kind of helps me with whenever I'm doing my content research and content planning. If I can find stuff like that and then find out from my viewers what types of things they value, because then that helps me whenever I'm going through like my next batch of videos, because then I can really curate it according to like what it is that people like. I can sort of expand on some of those topics and just do deep dives. And they don't have to be not long form necessarily. They could be short form. I'm getting back into the short form game as well. But listen, we all got stuff. We all got problems. We all got things we want to like talk about, or we got things that we want to find tips on, or we want to get some help on how to navigate certain things. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do with this channel, with this platform. So you know, any bit of information is helpful, whether you leave a comment on the video or you leave a comment here within the live, because what's going to happen is once this live is over, I'm just going to leave it posted on my channel so that way it lives within the live section. So if you didn't catch anything before or you have to leave early, you can't catch the rest of it, you could definitely catch the rest of the live session. But I'm always like interested in what you guys think about the videos, and if you guys have any like tips or tricks, anything that can help me out, you know. Pardon me, I'm just over here eating my french fries. This is a part of my dinner, so I'm grubbing and gabbing. Are you guys having any dinner right now? Am I the only one eating? I'm like trying not to smack in y'all's face. I'm sorry if I am. My bad. Also, let me know if you guys have any other video ideas outside of what we're talking about. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Is there anything that in general you're seeing like on social media that kind of pertains to like the self-improvement topic that you guys might want to see? I'm always interested in like, it's always nice to talk about those regular like everyday evergreen type of topics, but I'm interested in the outliers too, you know? Those are always fascinating to me. I live for that kind of content. How people can just take a piece of content and really make it their own, and they come at it from a totally different perspective than maybe you would have even thought. That's really dope to me. So, holla at your girl, let me know. Like I said, you can drop a comment here. Let me know. If you think about it later, leave me a comment. I'm always down to like discover those new ideas, because I research like a lot to find out like what are people into, like how do people think, what are they searching for, what's important to them, like what are their pain points, what are their challenges, that kind of a deal. I'm like always the one asking like 1,000,001 questions, but they're important questions because it kind of helps you deep dive further into what it is that is important to people, right? This is going to wind up being the video where you guys watch me eat my dinner. Like, just kidding, guys. This is actually a mukbang. No, it ain't. Even though low-key, I am kind of semi-obsessed with those, like, mukbang videos. It's pretty bad. It gets really crazy. I see people coming, poking their heads in and out. Welcome, welcome. I'm just here eating some french fries. How's everyone's week going? This is really not a mukbang video. I'm just eating dinner. But anyway, I do want to stress about, since I'm done eating, I do want to stress that it's weird because I have so many things that I really want to talk with y'all about, in terms of like the content for the channel, like so many just different topics that are coming about. And I really feel like, I'm not just saying this, but I really feel like you guys are going to get so much value from the stuff that's coming up, because like this is really going to be more of a communal kind of experience, if that makes any sense at all. And I've been working really, really hard on it, and I just wish I could be like, oh my gosh, let me give you guys a preview. But I'm like, I don't want to spoil it at the same time, because I'm like, like I want to, when it comes out, it's going to come out, and I want it to be like, boom, there it is. Y'all take that and do with it what you will, but I want to try to make it as helpful as possible. So I got it. So it's going to be coming out on Friday. Okay. Emmanuel Nelson, hello, welcome. Welcome to our little corner of YouTube here. Welcome to, this is our weekly live session that we do every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this is kind of our hangout, you know. Kind of just come here to chill, come here to chat, just check in with you guys. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. This is like a really just a chill space. So, you know, I kind of use this time to just connect with everybody, see how everybody's week has been going, you know, just checking in. Also, you know, sometimes I get inspiration, content, inspiration, that kind of thing. But right before you came, I think right before you came in, I was just kind of discussing a little bit about some of the content that I have coming up. So I've been working on the next iteration of content. So that way it's kind of like, it just is a little bit more of an elevated conversation from some of the videos that I've done. And so I really feel like in terms of like self-improvement and elevation of mindset and like transformation, I feel like these videos are really going to hit home. And so I think it just really lends itself to anybody. It could be like a young adult. It could be anybody just, you know, midlife. I don't want to say midlife, middle age. Where did midlife come from? Middle age. It could be like a seasoned adult, but you know, just basically kind of helping to navigate life, right? Because like life is nuts. Just, it is. We got everything going on at the same time. And so I'm like, I really want to be able to offer some sort of like community that people can go to, that they can be like, listen, just for like 2.5 seconds, I can just come here. I can, you know, just connect with other people. It doesn't have to be like, you know, people on social media fighting, people not talking about politics. It's like, it doesn't have to be that. It can actually just be a really cool community where you come, and, you know, you can get tips and things like that on how you can be a better person, and just, you know, just have like a difference of perception when it comes to life, I think, in situations and relationships and that kind of a deal. Okay, so you're asking, when is it coming up? So I'm assuming you mean the video that I'm referring to. So I have a ton of new content that's coming up, starting with a new video that's going to be coming out this Friday. So make sure you're here, you're subscribed if you're not subscribed, if this content resonates with you. If it doesn't, that's cool too. But the video will be coming out on Friday. So I don't have a time just yet. I don't. But I will tell you that when I get the time, I'm going to put it in the community post. So I will let you know the time as soon as I get it. But it's going to be Friday for sure. I'm going to try to aim for like an early Friday though, like earlier in the day. Yeah, absolutely. What do I want to ask? What time zone are you in? Uh-oh. I'm kicking stuff, guys. Because I'm Eastern Standard Time. I don't know if you are as well. But, oh my, okay. So it's like 8 p.m. here. So you're what, 5 hours ahead? So, okay. So usually whenever I do my uploads, typically it'll be about 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's probably going to be about 7 p.m. your time on Friday. So I'll say, for right now, I'll tentatively say 2 p.m. But either way, I'm going to confirm it in my post. But with the video that's coming out, it kind of lends itself more so to people who are extremely kind people, right? And if you're like a super kind person and you feel like sometimes people may take advantage of that, and you know how they say like taking a person's kindness for weakness, if that's you or you can kind of resonate with that, then this will definitely be your type of content. And so I'm just going to be like deep diving into topics like that and kind of helping people navigate that space. So I need time so I can come online because I will not be that Friday. Okay. Yeah, so it's going to be, I'll say about 2 p.m. On Friday. It'll 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday, so be a little bit later for you. But I'm going to confirm that, like I said, on the community post as well, so that way you do have that information. But we'll say 2 p.m. for right now, because typically that's the time that I try to aim for, because you know how YouTube will index videos, and sometimes I think it takes like a couple of hours. So I think it'll probably index right about 4 p.m., 5 p.m. Generally. So about 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Razor SX500, what's going on? Welcome. Join the chat. What up, Mr. Farrah Donaldson? How you doing? Thank you for joining. Okay, Razor, you got a question? And listen, if you don't want me to call you by your name, your username, you just tell me your name and I won't call you that. Just let me know. But if you have a question, go ahead and ask away. Farrah, you're so chipper. Howdy. I like that greeting. Let me scroll up here really quick. This is like a super chill night. I've been sitting over here eating my french fries. Talking about content. So, sorry if I'm smacking. You know, I had to go so close to the camera to see that emoji. Because that emoji is like that big. And my forehead was all in that camera. But anyway, I'm super excited for the things that are coming up. I'm not just saying that, by the way. You got these creators out here, but like, oh my gosh, you guys gotta stay tuned. It's gonna be so epic. And then you see the video and you're like, what is this garbage? So I'm letting you know, we're deep diving into some real stuff, real topics that people really deal with in real life. Okay? And for the record, I want to go ahead and put it out there. Don't expect this to be like an overly produced type of situation. Meaning it's not going to be like overly edited like a lot of these videos are out here on social. And that's just because I feel like with what we talk about, that could be a little bit distracting as it pertains to the messaging. And I don't want it to get off topic. So it'll be edited enough, but it's not going to be like, you know, all these weird transitions and all these motion grab. Well, I'm not doing all that. Like, that's just crazy. You know, it's entertaining in a way just because I tend to make things a little bit more lighthearted, because if we talk about heavy stuff, I'm not going to be all heavy with it. That's just not me. But the message still resonates. Like, it would resonate. So I want it to be like, I want it to stand out, right? I want the content to be king, not the editing style. So Emmanuel says, I would try to be available, but it is under probability. Listen, you know what? That's really the beauty of YouTube, because even if you're not available on that day, video will still go up, and whenever you have time, you can watch it. You absolutely can. And so, but I do appreciate you for being proactive and letting me know like what you're looking like. Cause yeah, like that's exciting. And I want you to, like I said, if what I said interested you in any way, and you find you're like, okay, like I see myself like being into stuff like that, then I think you'd get so much out of it. So are you a teacher? I'm not a teacher, but let me tell you something funny. There's a little weird guy Who's here in the chat. I think he's still here in the chat. Farrah Donaldson. He's a teacher. He's a teacher, and he's my husband, and he's a teacher. I'm not. I'm not a teacher. I just the way I look at it is I just have a lot of life experience, and I want to share with people like the things that I've learned. I think this is getting a little deeper than I'd like, but I just recently turned 40 years old, like a few weeks ago. And so I think like just getting older, I feel like I have so much to offer people. And I'm like, listen, let me be the big sis. Let me be the auntie. Let me be that person to kind of give you advice that I sort of feel like I wish I had. And not to say like I didn't have like good mentors and stuff like that, but I think someone who's just like more close to my demographic, a little bit closer in age, but old enough to have a little bit more life experience on me. So that way I can learn from them, and we kind of walking hand in hand. I'm under their wing a little bit. And so, yeah, so I'm like, I kind of, let me see if I can just like take all of the life experiences that I have, the advice that I have, you know, things that I've learned that have helped me that could help somebody else. And the only way I know how to do that for sure, and reach a lot of people at one time is on YouTube. So I don't know. It's a good question about if I'm a teacher or not. I hope I don't come off like I'm teaching or like I'm preaching, but it's just more so like just sharing those things that I've learned and just sort of paying it forward. So I don't know. But if I come off like a teacher, meh. I guess that's not so bad. I guess I've been called worse. Oh, look at that. The way you talk, it seems like you're a teacher. Keep it up. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I feel you. Like sometimes when I'm on social media and like, listen, let me just say this. I don't consider myself like a super judgmental person, but like when I hear the way some people talk on social media, I'm just like, what? What? I can't make heads or tails of what you're saying. Like I'm trust me, I'm trying, but I'm like, I can't keep up. Like mentally I can't compute. But yeah. I'm like, I could never understand it, but it is what it is, I guess. To each his or her own. But I try to keep it, like I said, I try to keep it light on the channel. I try to keep it entertaining, like informational, because yes, this is why you came here, so you can get the information, but I try to keep it entertaining at the same time, so that way people are not like, this girl, she got no personality, she's boring, she's not funny, you know, click, you know. And I mean, it's probably going to be like that with some people because everybody doesn't, you know, vibe your channel, which is cool, but I'm always constantly trying to improve the content. So when I'm here on live and I'm talking with people who engage and who give me comments like you do, it's helpful because it helps me to determine whether or not I'm moving in the right direction. So yeah, like I'm here for it. So thank you. I really appreciate that. Just scrolling up here. But yeah, this is like a pretty chill live for sure. To be totally honest with you, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get on live tonight because I get on live every single week. I don't really know what I'm gonna talk about, but I'm gonna get on. I'm gonna see how everybody's doing and just check in and see what's popping. This isn't gonna be like a super long live. Typically, I'll make them like about an hour long. But, it just depends because everybody has different schedules. Some people are working and stuff like that. So everyone's not able to make it. But I leave it available and leave it up to other people if they want to view the live later on, because I will just share it out. So it basically acts as a long form video, but it's just in the live section on my channel. So, yeah, it's one of those things. But I will go ahead and open up the floor. So if anybody has either like a video request or if they have any questions or anything that they want to add, I mean, feel free. This is the time to do it. Like I said, there's a potential that depending on what is being shared in the chat can also be transformed into a long form piece of content. So if it's something that, could be turned into long form, we can talk about that. And then I can go ahead and get that planned. And then once I release the video, I'll make sure in the video to give you the credit so you can get a shout out in the video. Just holler at your girl. And also, I have that on my posts on my YouTube, the YouTube community portion as well. So if it's something that you don't think about while we're on live, that's okay too. You can just put it in the community posts. And then, you know, but I always have to clear it with people because I don't want people to feel uncomfortable if I say their name in the video and they're like, I didn't want you to do that. So I really enjoy your discussions. Oh, okay. That's what I'm talking about. I'm glad that you do. I'm so glad. I'm glad. I'm always trying to figure out the direction of the channel because it's not like a old channel. Like I haven't been on this channel like for a while, but it's not like a super new channel either. So I'm like, sometimes I don't really know where the direction is, but as long as it's enjoyable to some people, that kind of gives me a little bit more insight. And then I'm like, okay, kind of makes it a little easier to get to the next step. So I kind of feel like I'm repeating myself with some things because in some videos I find myself saying stuff like that, like bridging the gap between this and this. So you'll hear me say things like that. So I guess I do sound kind of teacher-esque when I talk that way. But yeah, this is meant more so to be of a communal experience more so than me coming off like a life coach. You know what I mean? The community you talk about is your YouTube channel. Hold up. You know what? Let me visit your YouTube channel because I feel like you're probably either a teacher yourself or you're a life coach or you're a motivational speaker. Emmanuel, I think you're keeping secrets from us. I think you're keeping secrets, man. The way you speak, I don't know. You like a prophet or something? There's something you're not telling us? You got to come clean, man. I'm going to check you out. When we get off this live, I'm not going to do it now because it might screw up my live. I'm going to check you out. I'm going to check out your channel. Check out some of your content. See what you got going on. No. It's going down, man. I'm keeping them secrets. I'm finding out about you, Emmanuel. You shouldn't have started typing. Now I gotta look you up. Let me put this away. Really? Okay. So I gotta ask this. I'm gonna get in your business. So it's 1 a.m. or after sort of after 1 a.m. there. And you're online, but you're normally not online. Or here, you're not online here all the time. So that's kind of late. You just up looking at videos up on social like the rest of us. Can't get any sleep because we're too busy looking at shorts and stuff. That's me. That's late. Watch, I'm over here like, man, you're up late. And I'll be on my phone like 12 o'clock in the morning. I'll be like, ugh. I wake up in the morning. I usually wake up about 5:30. And then I'll be like, ugh, why am I so tired? It's like, that daggum everything. Instagram. Don't even get me started on Facebook. Which is weird because you would think like, you know, a lot of people are up on TikTok or whatever scrolling. For me, it's Facebook because you know how like Instagram is like, I don't know, integrated with in the Facebook feed. And I will be in there and I will just be all night just da-da-da-da. And I will lose so much time. It's so ridiculous. It's such a bad habit. And I'm always like, and the funny thing is, it's like I'm usually picking up my phone because I meant to do something. Like, oh, I got to schedule this so I don't forget it. Oh, let me set this reminder. Oh, let me go ahead and do this. And as soon as like I get a notification, something pops up on my phone. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, hang on one second. I got to go check something on Facebook because I'm waiting on da-da-da. I'll go check on Facebook. I'm like, oh, that's a funny post. Let me share that real quick before I forget. Oh, that's cute. You know what? Let me look at this reel because if I don't look at it now, I'm going to wind up losing it. You know, let me see what Facebook suggests. And before I know it, night gone. Absolutely gone. And I'm 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. I'll be right there with you. What that noise? I thought I heard something. If you guys see somebody walking behind me, you better let me know. Y'all been seeing those trends lately? I don't know. Just as quickly as it came in, it's probably going out. The trends of those people like doing like the AI art with like the scary movies. Okay. Like the scary movies and stuff like that. The people like on their bed or whatever. And there's like somebody in the background. You've been seeing those things? They're crazy. But I feel you on that. I'm like, when I get off here, I do not intend on staying on social. I'll probably just follow up with some of my friends in a conversation. And then that's going to be a wrap. Because I'm like, I was struggling when I got up this morning. It was like, I was at work. And listen, I probably shouldn't be putting this on YouTube Live. But I'm going to just say it because I was struggling. I was like this at work. I was out of there. You know when you close your eyes and you open your eyes after a long time, and the first two things that come to your mind is A, how long were my eyes closed? And B, did anybody see me? Oh, and C, was I snoring? Honestly, your speech is so interesting. I've subscribed. Oh, okay. Thank you, first off. I do appreciate that. And I'm grateful that you subscribe. I always make sure that when I tell people I try to give them as much information about my channel as I can, but I'm like, just see for yourself. But I'll be like, listen, don't subscribe to my channel if you don't intend on like watching the videos, you don't intend on engaging. I don't need you screwing up my analytics. But I'm really appreciative of people like you who can get on and actually have conversations and talk, because, some people will jump in live and it's cool. Not everybody has to chat. Some people just come in to see what the vibe is and they probably want to dip out. But it's always nice to be able to like talk with people and kind of just see where their head is and, what's on their mind. Because, yeah, I like that. I really do. And I think it's easier too when you have a content creator who is like, just wanting people to engage and wanting people to talk and stuff. Because I've gone into like live sessions where people are like, I don't know, like I don't know if they don't like people or like I'm like, what is happening? Like, I don't know if you remember, there was a social media platform. Oh my gosh, and I always forget the name of it. And it was popular for like 2 minutes. And it was a platform literally where people were just going live. Like every person was just going live. And you could go into anything and you're just immediately on this person's live. I can't think of the name. Periscope, I think is what it was. I think it was Periscope. And it was like 1 minute you're here watching this girl doing a get ready with me, and then the next minute you were in a bar with a guy who got sick from being drunk. Like it was it was wild. I mean, I had a good time, but I was just like, what kind of world is this? I'm like, some of these creators are questionable. If your speech is not interesting, I might be feeling sleepy by now, honestly. Listen, I'm going to keep it real. I don't know your schedule and what you got going on, but if it's 1 a.m., I don't want to be the responsible one for keeping you up. I'm just going to say that. But I appreciate that because, we sometimes as content creators, we need to hear what people are thinking. And we create content, but we don't, sometimes it's hard to how do I say this? Sometimes we think we know what people need and we don't until we talk to them. And so when I'm talking to you, you're filling in those little gaps for me. So that way I can be like, okay, cool. Like this is, for this one subscriber, this is working. For this other subscriber, okay, this isn't working, but how can we, finesse it so that way it just, I don't know, it just feels better. I don't know how to articulate that. But yeah, that's super helpful. So yeah, and I like that. I like people being honest and saying what it is, and not just because it's like it's nice stuff to say, but it's like, you know, because I take all this stuff into consideration, which is one of the reasons why I would rather connect. Because anybody could say, watch my video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, right? It's like the same thing. But it's like nobody's guaranteed to leave a comment. You know, they don't, unless something really like hits home, they don't feel compelled to say something. So sometimes, you know, I'm like, okay, well, let me come at it from a different standpoint. So if I'm talking to people, I'm like, hey, let's have a conversation. What'd you think about this? What'd you think about that? Did you check this out? You know, what are your thoughts? Like, I feel like that gives me more insight. So now I can be like, okay, now when I do this batch of videos, I have this in the back of my mind. And I'm like, we're good to go. Yep. Yep. All right. Well, I won't let you blame me any longer for keeping you up. So it's only 8 o'clock here. So, I mean, I could be up for a little bit. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. That's a thing. Love, like, comment on, yeah. And it's like that engagement is nice, but one of the things I've learned is that when you give people too many options, for example, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, it overwhelms people, right? And because they're like, whoa, slow down. You're giving me way too much to do. I don't like that. So it's like usually on my videos, I won't even, like some videos, I won't say subscribe. I won't say that. It's like now it's 2025. It's like, how long has YouTube been out? You know that if you like a channel, you could just subscribe to it. These days, this is what people know. It's like general knowledge, I feel. So it's like, sometimes I'll say it, sometimes I won't. Sometimes I'll say, you know, if this resonates with you or whatever, like it. Or if you want to see more stuff like this, like it. Or if you have a content idea, then you could go ahead and put it in the comments. But I try to be mindful about maybe just making one call to action per video. Then like, hey, y'all, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, tag 3 of your friends. Like, we don't need to do all this. This is way too much. And if I have to do this much homework, I don't think I want to subscribe to you. So unsubscribe. So just, I don't know. This is one of those things, but it's crazy. Even my daughter, who's now 5, but at the time she was 4, I was getting her ready for school one day. And I just kind of looked at her and we smiled at each other. And she was like, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I was like, where did that come from? Like, it was so random. I was like, in my mind, I'm thinking, have you heard me say that? Like, I hope it wasn't for me because that sounds awful. Like, that makes me sound real markety. Like, but you never mentioned it at all. What you mentioned was community. Yeah, I try to mention community because I think there's like a what word am I looking for? It is, oh my gosh, my brain has failed me. It is like I don't know how to say it, but because I forget the word, but it's kind of like the word audience to me has a little bit of a not negative connotation, but it's just not community. That to me, the word audience and community are not the same thing, you know? And so I don't want to come from it from that, you know, perspective. I'd rather say community because that's what I am working towards, not towards having and like necessarily building an audience. Like, yes, from the marketing side, that's what it is. But I'm like, yeah, but I want to do things different. Yo, you see I'm back for our live. You see? Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Let me say this. For some strange reason, Jasu, I had been thinking about you this week because I remember you said last week you weren't feeling well. And I was like, I hope Jasu comes back tonight because I want to see how everything is going. So I really hope you're feeling better and welcome back. I hope all is well with you. And thank you for keeping your word and coming on back and joining the party. It's been a very small party, but it's been cool nonetheless. So yes. I've been keeping Emmanuel up, honey. It's 1 o'clock over there where Emmanuel is, and I've just been running my mouth, keeping him up, like. And he's been just sticking it out, just hanging on. So, but yeah, it's been like very chill conversation. Nothing great, grand, glorious. Just talking about content, talking about community versus audience, and just taking some information in about what is important and what things that some of you guys might like to see in upcoming videos. I'm glad. That makes me happy. And you know what? It makes me excited to come to the lives, especially when I see like the regulars. I say that like you guys are like patrons at my bar or something, but yeah, like when I can see the regulars come in and like we're just having a conversation. It's just very chill. I'm gonna keep it real. Like I didn't really have any type of topic planned. It was just like, hey y'all, like it's a cool week, gotta get up and go. Like that's just kind of the vibe tonight. But I said no matter what, Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're gonna keep it popping because that's what we said we're gonna do. And so but as always, literally as always, in my brain I'm like, oh, I'm gonna come up with something, but every single time I come up with something, we get derailed because we wind up just vibing. So I'm like, why fight it? Like, just come on here, connect, do your thug thizzle, and let it be what it is. So that's what it's been. So I had mentioned earlier on when Emmanuel and I were talking, I had mentioned that I have some new content that I've been working on for both long form and short form. So you'll be seeing some of that come out this week. But on Friday, I have a long form video that's coming out that's going to be catered more towards people who are very kind-hearted people. I have a feeling I'm talking to some of them. And if you are a person who struggles with like being so nice that there might be people who could take advantage of that niceness, and who has taken advantage of that niceness, then this is the kind of content that I think you guys would definitely be into. Because it just sort of provides that, kind of like, first of all, that the relatability, and that I think that a lot of people go through that. That's like a universal thing, right? But how you can kind of navigate that space. And so that way you can be empowered to be your own, person. You don't have to, you don't have to follow the herd, as they say. And so I think it's just like, it's sort of like the kickoff to a lot of cool content that's coming up. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. As a matter of fact, I'm literally sitting where I normally film. Sometimes you see it, sometimes you don't, because that lens be fuzzing things out in the back. But I'm kind of seated here in my little filming area because I want to try something different for this live. I feel like I'm always at my computer, and that's like a dull look because of the lighting and stuff. So I'm here in front of the ring light, and just trying something new, trying something different, and having these great conversations. So that's, long story longer, that's what's been going on tonight. I really thought like at the 25-minute, 30-minute mark, I thought I was going to be like, all right, guys, well, it's a short live tonight. But, these interesting people pop on, and they talk, they speak. So it's like, oh, yeah, we're going to be around a minute. So I'm glad that we're getting an opportunity to be able to have conversations here, and me keeping Emmanuel up on YouTube. So I hope you guys are having a great week. I hope all is well with you guys. Jasu, I'm really glad to see you and that you are feeling better too. So I thought you were going to tell me the summary of the content. I'm going to keep it secret for you till that Friday. Yeah. So, yeah, that I was giving you kind of like a, I don't know how to say it, giving you a little bit of information without giving you the whole thing. When it comes out on Friday, you'll see what the specific like drill down topic is. But yeah, and it's like it's how do I say this? It's a little meaty. It's a little meaty. So it's not going to be like, my standard videos are roughly about what, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, something like that. So it's probably going to be slightly longer than that, but that's because different topics deserve different time. So that's kind of how I look at it. So what I want y'all to do, I'm gonna give y'all a homework assignment, okay? I want y'all, whenever, it doesn't have to be Friday, but whenever you can, to watch the video. You don't have to comment on it if you don't want to, but I want you to watch the video, and I want to get your thoughts on it, because you guys are pretty much like the most active, the most engaged. You guys don't mince words when it comes to, you know, telling me what's what. So I would really be interested in your opinion. So whenever you guys get an opportunity to see the video after it comes out on Friday, just let me know your thoughts. Okay, Jasu, with the questions. Would you rather have... Oh my goodness. Can I not read? Is that something? I don't know what that says. Because the way I'm reading it, I know it's not right. Would you rather have... I'm not sure what that is. 1B, Dolores? Or a whole mansion? Listen, I don't know what that first thing is, but all I saw was mansion. Okay. Got you. Oh, Emmanuel, okay, the video is still being edited, so it's hard to say right now. The filming usually, of course, takes longer because sometimes there are multiple takes and I have to bring it down a little bit more. So I'm editing it down from 18 minutes, but the video will not be 18 minutes, but it will be under that. So it might be somewhere between maybe 15. I try not to make the videos too long because I don't like, sometimes you don't have to make videos that long to get to a point. So I try to be cognizant of that and considerate of other people's time. But there will be some videos that will probably be like longer just because that's the way it is, or some videos that will be a part of a series. All right. I did give you a task. $1 billion or a whole mansion. Oof. You know what? I'm going to give you an answer that I bet you probably already know what I'm going to say. I'm going to go with $1 billion. I'm going to go with $1 billion because I can get a mansion for significantly cheaper than that amount. And I can pay for it cash and have money left over to do whatever I want with it. But if I get a mansion, yeah, it's nice, but I don't know if I'll be able to keep it up. Would I be able to make enough money to keep it up? Like, I'm not sure. So I'm trying to think about it from a financial perspective. But that's a really good question, though. I'm like the queen of like this or that, or like hypothetical questions. So that's kind of, I kind of like that. That's kind of cool. You're kind of giving me an idea. You're kind of giving me an idea. I'll keep my mouth shut. But I got that in the back of my mind. Okay, yes, Emmanuel, definitely give me your feedback because, like I said, between you two, I know y'all can give me the real and let me know what it is. If y'all be like, listen, girl, you did a great job, or girl, what are you thinking? Like, some of the videos I have it is like catered towards like, hey girl, we need to have a conversation. Hey girl, grab your margarita, let's sit down, let's talk about this. Again, still trying to figure out my footing. I don't know whether or not I want this to be targeted towards women, or should I just open it up for everybody, just because these are such broad topics that I feel like we can all relate. So I shouldn't probably address one demographic, but like, so if you hear me say like, girl, just ignore that. I have like 4 videos that I've already recorded that are going to be like that. So for the next month, it's going to be like, girl, let's talk. Just try to ignore it. I want to give my fake. I believe in you, okay? You're going to hit it out. Look at you. Okay. Okay. I love it. Thank you. I hope so. I'm like, I can't wait. I want to see what you guys have to say. Would you rather have a country or a state? Dang. That's a really good question. Dang, why are you making me think? I think I would rather have, I don't know, a country seems like a lot of work. I think I would go with the state. I think I would go with the state. What about you guys? Would you go with the country or would you go with the state? I like these questions. I love a good this or that. I'm just going to scroll it real quick. I just want to make sure that I got all the comments here. Okay, cool. It's catching up. Okay, Farrah. You would rather have a country. Okay. Now, Farrah, you gotta tell me why. I'm gonna make you tap or swipe on your keyboard. You gotta let me know. Why would you rather select a country over a state? Let's see, country. Or would you rather have, excuse me, or would you rather have your dreams come true or a lamp that does everything for you? Like a genie in a lamp or something? Did I read that wrong? Am I making that up? Oh, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Because if you'd rather have your dreams come true or a genie come out of a lamp, it's like the same thing. So that didn't make any sense. Never mind. That's everything for you. You know, I don't know. That's like a hard question. Because I feel like, I don't know if I'd rather, you know what? I would rather have my dreams come true. I'll say that. I would rather have my dreams come true. Because I don't think I would want someone or something to do everything for me. Because then I feel like I would be useless. I'm like, dang, what do I need it for? So, Emmanuel, I chose state over country because I feel like a country is a lot. And I think I'd rather just have a state. Which is weird because I would normally be like, I think I would have a country. But I think a country is probably a lot of work. I don't know what that means. But I think I'll choose state. What is the name of that country? Donald Sonia? Is Donald Sonia? Like, that's like 2 names. Because I think the country of Donald Sonia sounds phenomenal. It sounds amazing. I would visit there I would live there. Just pack my stuff up. Where are you going? I'm going to Donald Sonia. I can't even say that. Golly, like I don't know what's wrong with my speaking. It's just not right. Oh, wrong question. Oh, that's cool. You should have seen me. I was over there thinking hard about it too. I was like, dang, a lamp doing everything for me versus my dreams coming true? I really gotta think about this. It's like an SAT question. I don't know. I'm weird. Are you making up these questions? Are you like, hey, ChatGPT, give me a this or that game? I actually wound up doing something like that. I hit up ChatGPT. Okay. I had hit up ChatGPT because I need you to come up with a game that is fun for like me and my husband to play. And it was like, I don't know why, but I was being so specific with it. I was like, can you please come up with a really cool game that has like 4 categories in it that we can play, and we have a timer, and then we have to ask these questions, and here are the categories, and we want to make sure that it's adult friendly, it's not made for kids. It was just like a whole thing. I bet ChatGPT was like, girl, I can't with you. You got too many requirements, and I just thought we were here to have a conversation. So, but it came up with like a really dope game. We had a really good time with it. Oh, okay. Cool. That was weird. Did y'all see that? All right, now. I don't even know paranormal activity stuff happening over here. It's like in the corner of my eye, I saw something like white or something. Like, I don't know if it was like a piece of like paint that dried off or something and sort of just like fell. And it was like in the corner of my eye, but it's outside, of course, it's outside the camera, so y'all can't see it. Like, I'm over here lying about it. And I'm like, what just happened? So I'm looking, I don't see that anything fell. Now I'm over here like really paranoid. Like, what's happening? Okay, well, I don't see anything. What if this is like the beginning of a scary movie? And I got you guys all engaged, and you're like, oh my gosh, you got quiet. What happened? And I go off camera, and I come back, and I'm like Freddy Krueger or something. I'm like hella paranoid now. Now I'm looking everywhere. We actually used to have like some really weird stuff happen. Like when I first moved in here, we had, I was actually on video with a girlfriend of mine, and I was out in our family room. So my mom had gotten like this old rocking chair, and it was in the family room, and nobody messes with it. I was sitting in another chair that was next to the rocking chair. So I'm on video with my girlfriend. I'm just talking like this. I'm like, hey, yeah, da 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 da. And out of nowhere, I'm not even joking, the rocking chair, which has nothing on it, by the way, just starts rocking, like by itself. And I was like, look over, still nothing on it. There's not a door open. It's not a window open. It's not like the AC vent was hitting that thing and it was like literally, it just started rocking by itself. I had my oldest daughter. She was just a few months old at the time. And so, of course, when because I'm on video with my girlfriend, I put the video over to the chair. And of course, when I do that, the chair stops rocking. So she can't even see what I'm talking about. So I'm like, girl, this chair just started rocking out of nowhere. Like, I'm not lying about that. I'm like, I wish I would have had the camera. You could have seen it for yourself. But who's to say, maybe if the camera was on it, it would, probably wouldn't have been rocking. But I was like, girl, like, look, like it. I said, I don't think it's going to do it again now. Like, it went, and then it just stopped out of nowhere. It was probably like, okay, the AC just kicked on. Okay. It must be the month of October, and that's what's going on, because it's like everything is spooking me. Okay, y'all didn't see that. So anyway, I'm like, okay. She's like, girl, do you need to like get the baby and come over here? Because she lives like 10 minutes away from me. She's like, do you need to get the baby and like come over? Typically, I'd have been like, yeah, because this is freaking me out. I don't know what's going on. But I was like, it's a rocking chair. Like, there's nothing happening right now. So it's like, I said, yeah. Now, I said, if it happens again, girl, hey, we're going to be here for a while. So just letting you know. All right. Listen, Emmanuel just asked me, am I afraid? I shouldn't be, because it's not like I'm home by myself. But let me tell you something real funny. And listen, I'm going to tell y'all a secret. And listen, do not tell anybody else, says the girl who's on YouTube Live. Can I share a secret with y'all? And you guys promise you won't laugh at me? I don't know if I need like a digital pinky promise that you guys are not going to laugh. Okay. Okay, one more question. Let's see. Would you rather be in a horror movie or a normal movie? That's a great question. If you would have asked me a few years ago, I probably would have said I would rather be in a horror movie, because the weird thing is, and I don't know if you guys are like this, but when I watch horror movies, I laugh. That's kind of like my little reaction to it. People will scream. They'll go. Some people will run away. I laugh. And I laugh mainly because I'm like, man, this stuff will never happen in real life. Like, well, get out of here. Man, that blood is fake. Like, that's just what I do. I would just laugh. I would rather be in a normal movie. Yeah. What about y'all? Y'all do horror or normal? Okay. Okay. All right, Jasu. Thank you for joining. We'll see you next week, hopefully. Bye. Yes, next week. Next week, for sure. So, no, but I'm going to share the secret with you. I'm going to share it with you. Okay? Don't laugh. The secret is this. So, I'm like, grown, right? But I'm still afraid of the dark. Is that weird? I'm not like, okay, when I say like I'm scared of the dark, I'm not like terrified. I'm not like, oh my gosh, if this house is dark and there's not one light on, I can't go in it. It's not like I'm that bad, but it's just like sometimes Farrah, who is here in this chat, he'll try to be funny, and like if I'm in a room, he'll purposely try to turn the lights off because he's being a jerk. And I'm like, no, don't do that. Please don't do that. But yeah, it's like I don't know. It's just I get a little, like I don't sleep with the nightlight on or anything like that. But for many, many years, like I slept with the TV on. But that's because I got that from my mom. My mom would sleep with the TV on all the time. And so I got that from her. So even after I got married, like well into my 30s, I'm still sleeping with the TV on. It wasn't until like maybe a couple of years ago, like I actually just, like I don't sleep with the TV on. But I'm like, dang, that didn't even happen till I got into my mid-30s. Like, it was nuts. But, yeah, that is my secret. That is my secret that I had to share. So, you still over there laughing? Are y'all laughing at me? Farrah, what are you doing? Are you laughing? You better not be laughing at me. He's probably like, this girl put this on YouTube. She is going to go viral because they're going to be like, look at this grown baby. Sharing all her crazy secrets on social. Oh, yeah. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But that's good. Thank you for making me feel okay. I know. Don't make me feel bad. Don't make me feel bad. Oh my gosh. I'm like, it's not terrifying. I just would prefer the light versus the dark. Like, I don't know. But I'm good now. Like, in terms of, like, when we get ready to go to bed for the night, like, the lights are off, And the TV's not on. It's, we'll have, like, the ceiling fan on, stuff like that. But I had to work my way there, though. Like, I had to really work my way there. Like, it went from, well, honestly, it went from the lights being on, not all of them, but like a light being on and TV, to light being off, then the TV. Then when the TV went off, that was like a huge thing. So then I had to transition over to, okay, well, let me play something on my phone. until I go to sleep. So then my phone, and then eventually I wound up just not watching the phone anymore. So then when we had kids, now I'm tuned into their baby camera. And so their baby camera makes like this white noise kind of a sound. And so now I'm just tuned into that just because I'm a mom and that's what I'm tuned into. Hey, boo. You can come in as long as you're comfortable being on live. This is the guy who turns off lights, by the way. Turns off the lights. And tries to be a creep. Emmanuel, save me. But anyway, that's my secret. Okay, cool. Well, thank you for coming on live and hanging out. I'm actually going to go ahead and end this live as well. I think we've been on long enough. But I'll see you guys next week. Next Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, hey, Jasu. Welcome back. Oh, you don't like sleeping when the light is on. Yeah, I was, okay. Yeah, I was just sort of, I was sharing a secret. Now, I was sharing my little secret, and my secret is that I don't want to say it now. I don't want to say it. I know y'all gonna pick on me again. My secret is that I'm afraid of the dark. Even though I'm super grown, I still don't like the dark. And it took me a while to kind of get used to, like, are you decent? Oh, look at it. Look at this creep. You know it's October. This bearded creep. What the heck? You see why I'm always so paranoid? I'm paranoid about life because of that guy. It makes me feel awake like a security guard. Oh, really? Okay. That's a good analogy. I can see that. Like, I can't sleep with the lights on now, which is very weird because it's like I can't now, but it took a long time for me to get to this point. See, thank you, Jasu. That's normal. Thank you. I appreciate you. Round of applause. That is normal. Y'all gonna stop picking on me, okay? That is very normal. Being afraid of the dark is normal. It's like, it's just creepy. Like, it's just creepy. And then when you got weird people like that who do creepy behind stuff, then it gets even creepier. So, I don't know. Must be like, maybe because it's October and so now everything freaks me out. I'm seeing stuff falling that's not even falling. I'm hearing noises. I don't know where that's coming from. But, it's just what's happening. I don't know. But anyway, it is 8:45. We've been on now for like almost an hour and a half. All right, Emmanuel. Thank you for joining. It was so nice to talk to you. And I guess I'll see you guys technically on Friday. I got a new video coming out on Friday. I think you guys will really like it. I want to know your opinion. For real. Let me know. Happy to have a good teacher like you. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for everything. You guys are awesome. I love talking to you guys. But I'm going to let you guys go so you can enjoy the rest of your night/morning. And I'll see you guys on Friday with a long form video. I got some shorts coming your way in between time. And then I'll be back on next Wednesday, same time, same place, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we'll chop it up some more. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.